Hey, what's up? Jason Julius here. And again, I'm back to answer some questions. I got another question from a viewer who wants to know about squirting orgasms and getting her over the edge. His question is, I have had my wife on the verge of squirting many times using your techniques, but every time she's about to squirt, she makes me stop. What do I do to get her past this mental block that she has? Well, first of all, this is very common for a woman to get all the way to that edge, but stop and kind of have resistance to going over the edge because it can be kind of scary. There's a certain sense of letting go that most women are not used to. It really does require completely shutting down, letting the body go and giving herself to you fully. But there can be so many different blocks that come up that can actually inhibit her during that moment because it can actually be emotionally scary to go, over the roller coaster edge. She wants to stop because it gets really intense and she doesn't know where it's going, right? And so the first resistance is a lot of women are afraid that if they let themselves go and they fully push out, they might pee the bed, right? So they might have this resistance like, if I let go, I might it might be pee, it might, not be ejaculate. So helping reassure her and help her understand her own body and what might be about to happen. And you can do that afterwards by saying, oh my God, babe, like it was so amazing feeling your pussy squeeze down on me. I felt like you were just ready to explode. At that point, if you want, you can just really push out and relax. And I promise you that it's gonna be ejaculate and it's not going to be pee, and you can really feel comfortable letting yourself go. And that would be another thing, is like reassuring her that she can really let herself go with you and be like, babe, I want you to give yourself to me in a way you've never given yourself to me before. I want to be closer to you than I've ever been with anybody. And I mean that from a sincere perspective, because it's like when you're with that person that you love and you care, it's your wife, right? You want her to let go and be able to feel comfortable letting go and getting outside of her mind and connecting with you on that level. I mean, I think that's probably at the core of it, why you want her to have a squirting orgasm in the first place, is so that she can experience those deep levels of pleasure with you and you guys can connect on this really amazing level. And you really want that for her. So reassure her that she can let go and give herself to you in a way that she's never given herself before. But just also having the patience and understanding that you don't want her to become outcome dependent on it. You don't want to be like, hey baby, you were ready to squirt, but you didn't, because it's going to put a lot of pressure on her. So just don't put any pressure on her. Be very patient with her and just encourage her to let herself go, and that she can give herself to you, and prove that through your actions by letting her feel comfortable. That can actually really help her let go. But another thing that you can also do is, think about her state. Her state is just a mix of her physiology, what she's focused on, and the meaning of the situation. You can get her deeply relaxed by giving her a massage before you start to stimulate her, so that you bring her thinking mind, the prefrontal cortex, which needs to quiet down, just bring it down, just bring her into the moment by, not even really making it sexual, just give her an amazing massage, and then start to amp up the sexual escalation of that. Your mind will start to get engaged a little bit, but just keep her relaxed. And then blend that massage into vaginal stimulation while her mind is super relaxed. And oftentimes that will help her get out of her own way while the physiology is relaxed, the focus is very relaxed, her meaning that she's feeling in her mind is just, oh my God, I'm just here with my man. There's nothing to worry about or think about. He's just taking his time with me and she doesn't feel pressure. Then she's gonna be able to let herself go and give herself to you and get maybe past, when you say a mental block, I don't want you to think about her having a bunch of mental blocks. I want you to just think that she's on the verge and she's ready to go at any time. There's no block you're trying to overcome. You're just trying to help her let go just a little bit more. And then she's gonna be able to give herself to you just that much more to push her a little bit over that edge and let herself get out of her own way, which is very scary. Empathetically, you have to understand that that sensation is very intense when she gets to that point. Does she want to let herself go? It can be oftentimes scary to see what's on the other side. But the cool thing is once you do, and she's actually, gotten herself over that, over that edge, she'll have a way easier time doing it in the future. So Keep it up. I think you're doing great and you're so close. Just have some patience with her, help her out, help her get out of her own mind and help her connect with you on a deeper level. And I promise you, she'll let go and she will have the most amazing orgasmic experience ever. So I hope that helps you. I hope that helps everyone watching. If you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comments below and make sure you hit that subscribe button and I will see you in the next video.